are back with the Positive Energy Project here in Los Angeles. It's a beautiful day. As we like to emphasize, positive energy isn't perfect. We are in LA for Expo West. It's our biggest trade show of the year. And unfortunately, it was just postponed. We're disappointed. Why are we disappointed? Because our guest today was supposed to teach morning yoga on Friday at Expo.
Super
yoga, positive energy yoga. And with that, we are here with the one and only Claire Grieve, international yogi, health coach, and all-around positive person. So thank you for joining us.
I'm so excited to be here. I love everything you're doing, and I mean, you guys walked in the door with like the most positive energy. So now my house is beaming. It's awesome.
Yes, the house is not quite complete though, because we do have some positive energy. Some tricks here. What do we got?
So my favorite thing to do almost every day, I like to add a little energy clearing into my day. So Palo Santo is this wood that's out of Peru, and so sage will clear good and bad energy, and it neutralizes the good energy. You don't want that. You just want more and more good energy, right? Yeah. So Palo Santo will just clear out the bad energy and keep the good energy flowing. So
I love that.
We're going to light it up.
Keeping the good energy flowing. That sounds familiar. We love it. So we're going to get the bad out and get some positive energy in.
Okay. So you can do this around your house. You can do it around your body.
Could I do a couple spritz?
Yeah, spray it.
Well.
This is for you guys.
This is Palo Santo spray. I'll get some good energy over here. A little
It smells delicious. So I don't wear perfume. This is what I wear.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is great. Just wear positive energy.
Yeah.
That's living.
Okay. Who wants to blow it out?
Oh.
This is how we do it. We light it up.
Make a wish.
That's it. I love that.
Okay. So you take that around your house.
That's amazing.
It's good.
Smells great.
We're going to get that for the office.
Yes. We need to do a ritual.
Absolutely. Some other positive energy that we're very, very proud to introduce to you on this podcast is our first ever fully plant-based super coffee. There it is. Positive energy isn't perfect.
There you go.
It's all right. We're back.
Never perfect.
Yeah.
First ever plant-based.
We reached all that.
So usually for those who drink the product, so Super Coffee, Claire, little insight.
Yes.
It's the #1 bottled coffee in the country right now on sales per point of distribution. But the only thing that we've been using is whey protein. So we always use whey protein, but
why have we used whey?
Yeah, so 0 sugar, no added cream, no added milk. So we always like to say, we remove all the negatives, add positives. Super coffee equals positive energy. And then obviously just organic Colombian coffee, really high quality. It tastes great. We have all these different flavors, but the main piece of feedback probably over the past 12 months is, guys, the brand's on fire, but please make it plant-based for us. So,
that's me.
Exactly.
Yeah, I need that.
So we thought it would only be right to introduce it on this podcast with you.
Yes.
We'd love to learn
Never
more
before
about
seen.
Yeah, never before seen.
Okay.
So we need your candid feedback.
Yeah.
First and foremost, as you
And I love that you have MCT oil because it's so good for the brain.
That's right.
And that's one of our most important organs. So
that's right.
I know about it.
Totally.
So Jordan does all of our product formulation, or at least leads it. Now has a great team with him.
Yes.
I mean, I'm so excited for this.
So again, that's coconut mocha. So our #1 seller in the
delicious.
country right now is just a regular mocha.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Oh, guys. I mean, that tastes.
One sip, everybody knows the rules. What do you rate it? 1 through 10?
10. Not even 10. Like, I'm going up to 20. This is insane.
Let's
Honestly, it's so good. But it tastes sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
use them all
love.
amazing.
I love sugar, but I can't have sugar. So this. Obsessed. You nailed it.
Awesome.
I love
Happiness.
We all love sugar. So Jordan, I was going to go quickly.
Totally.
Talk about one, the function that whey has played in the brand. 2, sweetness. And 3, how we actually came to this product today with the taste profile.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of the viewers know, it started in my college dorm room. And what the trend that I was seeing was a lot of my friends, classmates, college kids were just relying on bottled coffees and energy drinks loaded with sugar and artificial ingredients. So when I would ask my friends, hey, why are you drinking this Frappuccino that has 40 grams of sugar? It's going to make you feel terrible because it's so good.
And it's like eating 10 candy bars
Oh
more.
my gosh,
The
literally.
amount of sugar. I remember I asked Starbucks once, and I think it had 56 grams of
Oh,
sugar,
God.
and I was doing a double.
Yeah.
So I was mortified.
Like
Like,
a
that's-
week's worth.
it's a week's worth.
And that's what we saw. But basically they're like, it tastes good, so that's why I drink it. So, from day one, we said, okay, we're going to make a product for the mainstream that removes all the negatives. So zero sugar.
Yeah.
We use monk fruit to sweeten it. But the reason why we used whey from the beginning is because we replicated that creamy, nice, sweet, and creamy texture and taste.
It's like a dessert.
Exactly. And that's what we wanted to bring with the plant-based products. So
Yes.
most plant-based products that we've seen on the market, it's taken us 12 months to formulate this. They're good. They're getting better and better, but you get grainy or maybe a little off on the taste. So
Aftertaste,
we wanted to make sure that there's only 2 grams net carbs, less than 1 gram of sugar in the entire thing from monk fruit, 0 added sugar, of course. But you still get that creamy
It's so good.
sweetness that you could expect from a Starbucks Frappuccino.
Right.
So that was the goal.
Yeah, and I think we were afraid and probably used it as an excuse of flavor. We were like, we're not going to do plant-based because we can't make it taste good.
But that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
I can't eat plant-based. It doesn't taste good. I don't know how.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you guys did that and gave us something, because there's just, there was nothing for coffee.
Exactly. And I think to your point, though, like, whether it's healthy or plant-based or both, like whatever you're focusing on, it has to
It's
taste
balance.
good.
Yeah. I think it's got to be a balance as well. Even though I'm plant-based, I still tell my clients, hey, if you drink whey, this is amazing. It's like whatever feels good for you. You need to listen to your body and just roll with that.
I love
And
that.
maybe I'll have one of those one day and one of these the other day. So
Totally. That's awesome.
so excited.
I know.
So
I don't know what just happened with that, but it's okay.
it's back. Yeah.
It's back. Okay.
All right.
I don't know if it's going on, but who cares?
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
No, I got an incoming call, so I don't know.
Okay.
Stop.
So the table has just been set. We got the Palo Santo. We got
Yes.
the plant-based coffee.
Yes.
We got some positive energy in this
Yes.
room.
It's flowing. You guys can feel it. We can feel it.
And now we get to talk about you. We want the world. Everything we know about you, you are all about helping others, right? You want to make this world a better place by making those around you
I do.
better people. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what drives you to do that? Why not Claire first? Why don't you take care of yourself before you take care of others? Yeah.
That helps to take care of me. It makes me feel good and it drives me. It's my passion. And you feed off each other. So when I'm helping you and you're feeling good, it's making me feel good. Which is, I feel so lucky. Everybody, it's a cycle. So many people have helped me to get to where I am. And I think it's my turn to help others and work with everyone from my clients to the greater community to the world in every way, shape, or form. And I literally eat, breathe, sleep what I do. It's what I love. I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like dreaming things, thinking about things. I can't sleep. It's truly my passion. I love it.
It's a lifestyle.
I'm lucky to find that.
Totally.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because not everybody is. Everybody's always on their journey. But
They are.
so you bring up an interesting point. Like, we see you out in the world helping people every single day. And I think people see Instagram and they're like, oh my God, Claire, she's built this amazing life for herself.
Right.
But you didn't get there on your own, right? So who were the people who helped you along the way? And I guess what were the lessons that you learned?
Yeah, I've had so many lessons. We still have them, right? You're constantly learning. And I've had some incredible teachers and friends and guides and, life just throws situations at you, and that gets you to where you are and builds you to grow into the person that you are. And I think you just have to appreciate everything, be grateful for that, and just take the best, like the most positive things out of everything and move forward and go, this is what I learned, this is what's leading me to this journey, and if you can do that, you're gonna, your dreams are endless.
That's amazing. And you mentioned something there. You said grateful.
Yeah.
When you talk about gratitude and impact,
It's everything.
Yeah.
Gratitude is everything for me. I have a gratitude practice daily. The first thing I do when I open my eyes, I do not grab my cell phone, and I can't stress that enough, is think of, just 5 things I'm grateful for. And that may be, I slept so well last night. My bed is so comfy, or I'm excited about, I was excited this morning to sit down with you guys and do this. That was part of my gratitude list. And the same at the end of the day. It will set your day in such a different time and change your life. And I have my friends doing it, my clients, and sometimes we hold each other accountable for it. And I have friends, I don't want to do it, I can't do it. like, how about we text our gratitude list to each other in the morning, hold yourself accountable.
That's
and
right.
I have friends going, oh my gosh, like they're complete energy shifts. You know, they're happy, they're positive, and then I see it going into work, going into relationships from one simple thing.
That's a great. So wait, gratitude list.
Yeah.
Dumb that down. What is the gratitude list? How does it work?
Oh my gosh, it can be something as simple as like, this couch is so comfy. I've been running around all morning and I'm really happy to sit on that. Or it can be, I'm really grateful, you know, Expo West didn't work out, but we're making so many more opportunities.
Okay.
It can be, I'm grateful for my dog that's cuddling next to me. Or I'm grateful to wake up and make a matcha this morning or make a coffee, you know.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my plant-based coffee.
Yeah, I love that. Do you recommend it being regimented? Like what you said, you do it first thing you wake up?
No, I think it's got to be fluid. You know, every day is different and we can't be too regimented because then that sense is crazy and it feels like a chore.
Yeah.
So if one morning you sleep in and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm running out the door, do it at lunch.
Yeah.
Do it when you're sitting in a traffic light. Like gratitude any time of day is good.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm one of those people who, despite me knowing how bad it is for me, I check my phone as soon as I wake up, right? And I'm in my emails, I'm on Instagram.
So by the way, so do I. Like I'm not always perfect.
Right.
And that's a huge thing. I try to share my thoughts with everybody, like try to do this, but I don't always practice what I preach.
Right.
We can't. I'll be like, some days pick up my phone, I'm like, hold on, put it down. You know, I'll go through 10 minutes of emails, but then I'll go sit at my computer and write out my gratitude list.
I love that. And for those listening, like we always emphasize, positive energy isn't perfect. So the highlight reels that we see every day, people who wake up at 4:30 a.m., that doesn't happen every day. You know, not every day is sunshine and rainbows. So for somebody like me, how do I break that habit? You know, how do I start by as soon as my alarm goes off, not checking email and rather than sort of sit down and do my gratitude list? You know,
so the one thing that I love is putting my phone on airplane mode because it gives me, you know, I already know I'm going to wake up to a phone that doesn't have 10 messages, 50 emails because it's set that way.
Right.
And maybe place it without reach.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't wake up straight away and reach for your phone. Put it across the other side of the room and plug it into the power.
Yeah.
You know, open your windows if you open your blinds if you can wake up with the sunlight.
Yeah.
If you can, you know, some of us are just going to sleep through anything. But just, you know, try it one day. Just set yourself, tomorrow I'm going to do this and notice the difference to your day.
Yeah, just start by doing once, right? Like that's the biggest
And then I think you'll notice the changes in how you feel, your attitude, your energy, your interactions with other people, and you'll be like, oh, this kind of works. Like, she knows what she's talking about, or like, yeah, I'm going to try it tomorrow. And there'll be days where you're like, no, can't do it today. But I think you find if something works, you want to incorporate it.
Love that. One question.
Send me your gratitude list.
Yes.
I'm expecting 3 gratitude
All right,
lists
done.
tonight and tomorrow.
We'll make out more.
One thing you mentioned, plant-based.
Yes.
You're a plant-based enthusiast.
Yes.
What does that mean? One,
Mm-hmm.
and two, just the verbiage. Like, how does that differentiate from being vegan?
Right. Oh,
or
I love this.
vegetarian? Yeah, can you kind of walk through a lot of that side of things?
So for me, plant-based is plants. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel vibrant when I'm eating that way, but it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's different. So I follow my blood type. I listen to my body, but I'm not so rigid. If there's one day where I really feel like I need fish, I will have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not completely strict. It's not for any other reason than it's me listening to my body. What does plant-based mean? Plant-based to me means eating real food. So I'm eating food that, you know, you're picking from a tree or you're pulling from the ground that you can grow that will go up on the counter shelf. Vegan food is a lot of fake meats, fake cheeses. You look at the back of packets and it has so many ingredients in it. I don't love a lot of those things. You know, I like real food. I think real food nourishes us.
Yeah.
It's healing. We can do so many incredible things with organic produce. You know, you want to make sure where you're getting it from because that's so important. Because if it has all these chemicals and sprays on it, that's just as bad as eating a bucket full of sugar.
Right.
So I think quality is super important. But, you know, I tell everybody, like, I would never push plant-based, but add more veggies. Like
Yeah.
have steak, add a couple more veggies. Maybe have a salad first.
Yep.
Have some fruit in the morning with your breakfast. So that's like just have more real food. I think is the most important thing.
Do you break it up like fruit before noon or like?
You know, I
anything like that?
do just because I feel better that way. I'm pretty big about food combining. It does make a difference, especially like so many of us have gut issues right now.
Totally.
But it's not gut, it's brain, and they're connected.
Yep.
So if our tummy's off, we forget. We're brain fog, we're tired. So if we can make the most of our digestion, we're making the most of our energy.
So food combining. Let's back up because we just I don't know what food combining is.
Yeah.
I've read about it. I don't know about these guys. I'm sure our listeners may or may not know.
Food combining is amazing. So there's certain things you want to eat fruit on an empty stomach. So nothing 30 minutes either way because it digests really quickly. So if you're having, say, fruit on top of eggs and avocado, it's going to ferment that food and it's going to cause gas and bloating and then you get sick. You don't want to combine two proteins. So bacon and eggs is a no-go.
Oh, really?
You want to stick to one protein. So, yeah. And then greens go with everything. Veggies go with everything. Salads go with everything. So you pair your salads and your protein, your salads and your carbs. You don't want to pair your carbs with your meats. So it's a little like a maze, but once you get it, it's really quite simple.
No, I've heard fruit on an empty stomach and fruit
super
before noon. Yeah, like a change
Fruit
of
before
fruit.
noon is, I mean, I don't mind. I'll eat fruit any time of day. It's natural sugar. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
It's like, it's natural sugar. It's good for us.
Just as long as it's not an empty stomach.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no carbs and meats. So like,
Yeah,
like
I tend not to
steak
mix
and
them.
rice is a no go.
Not really. They digest, they break down at different times. So it's better to have like a rice and veggie bowl
Okay.
than it is to have a poke bowl.
Yeah.
Right?
So next time you're at Chipotle,
Yeah.
don't mix the rice and the beans and the meats.
Yeah.
But
Get a
the
salad.
other thing which is really important, mindful eating.
Mhm.
That will change your life as well.
Yeah.
So we're always so busy, we're on the run, you know, taking a moment to actually sit and enjoy and appreciate the food that you have and
Gratitude.
it's gratitude, right?
Yeah.
And the more gratitude you have, the better your energy because you're thankful and you're happy and then you're like out into the world and
I love
I
that.
mean you're sharing it and it reflects. So when I have that positive energy and I give that to you, even if you're having the worst day ever, literally you have flat tires, this, that, showing you some positive energy, gratitude will reflect back and then take onto your day to the next person, to the next person. So
Yeah. I
sprinkle it everywhere.
in college.
I feel it.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it right now.
I don't know if it's the Palo Santo or the caffeine.
It's
No,
everything.
it is a mixture of
All right,
everything.
it's Claire's energy. But I remember in college, in a psych class, learned that if you smile at someone, like we're wired
Yes.
to, if someone's smiling at you, you smile back,
Yes.
which is crazy
Yeah.
to think about. So that's like what you're
I
saying.
think of babies. Babies do that. You
Yeah.
know, you get a baby and they smile. It's just an animal instinct that they do that. And you know, if someone gets mad at me when I'm driving, if I cut them off rather than like, I'm like, sorry. And everyone's like, oh, okay. You know, so it works. It really works.
Totally.
And just walking in the street, like, you don't know what people are going through. A smile can change someone's day.
Amazing, amazing. And this is awesome too. I love that you brought it there because these are real life experiences.
Yeah.
Right? I love when people kind of ask, okay, like it's great to hear about the morning routine in bed or
Right.
when you're at home and you're preparing meals. Like that obviously is a huge part of people's days. But I think the biggest challenge is bringing that out into the world when you're at work,
Yes.
right? When you're
Yeah.
at school, if you're
Yeah.
in college, it gets stressful. So what are some of the
Life
things?
is stressful.
Exactly. Talk about just maybe stepping away or finding ways to step away. You talked about before the podcast, just showing people to do yoga at their desk.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many ways. For me, you know, with the people that I work with, I'm so adamant about taking breaks from your desk, getting fresh air, you know, sunshine, just taking a moment for yourself and really listening to yourself. You know, if you're overwhelmed, taking a 2-minute break will change your day rather than hacking away at what you're doing. Making sure you're fueling yourself with your food. And the other thing that's most important for me is interactions with people. You know, most of us like get stuck at our desk, stuck at our computer all day long. I read something the other day that the number one thing for your health and longevity in life is your personal interactions and your relationships with other people. And that's like positive, happy relationships. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this makes
I'm
me
gonna live
happy.
forever.
Yeah, like it's okay. So that I love reading that because, you know, everyone says it's what you eat, it's sleep, which are two of the most other important things, but it's our interactions.
Totally. That's amazing. Go ahead.
So go, take a break, go meet your buddy
Well,
for a...
I was going to say, everybody, I get made fun of a lot because my calendar is visible to the entire company, and it'll show at 12 p.m. every day, no matter what, to go outside, no matter what, 10-minute break outside. And we're based in New York City.
Yeah.
So it's a very stressful environment. But
Right.
if I can go outside, even if I have AirPods in or not, I can go for a walk and unplug.
Yeah,
Just
and same. And if you can, take your shoes off.
Okay.
Put your feet in the dirt. It's called grounding. Game changer. I actually have a mat. I'll send it to you guys. You can plug it into your wall and put your feet on your desk. Put your feet on it on your desk. It does a similar thing. But grounding into the earth will also change your energy because it's changing the dynamics of your body, and you're drawing in all the bad and all the good.
Sweet.
That's a fact.
Who is big into grounding? He's got a great podcast.
Ben Greenfield?
Not Ben Greenfield, the other guy.
I don't know, but this is the podcast.
How good do you feel though when you walk along the beach?
Oh, it's
When
the
you
best,
put your feet in the sand, or you're like running around in the grass. Like, we don't all have access to forests, but we've got, I mean, there's grass somewhere. You guys have got parks in New York, you know.
Yeah, that's amazing too. Another thing too that we've tried to practice more is meditation as well.
Oh yes.
Whether it be in the morning or afternoon.
Yeah.
If we're great and we're really disciplined, we're doing morning and afternoon. But do you practice any?
I do. So I recently did a really interesting thing. I went into a brain chamber and I did a week of sitting with my brain, 7 days in a chamber, learning how my brain works.
7 days straight?
Yes.
Unbroken?
Well, I come out to eat and sleep, but you learn how your brain works. So I really learned how to meditate. You know, I would sit for years, try and sit quietly. And when I was sitting quietly, so I could see my brain on a computer. And when I was sitting quietly, I was compressing my brain down, cut off my thoughts. And that was doing the opposite to making me feel good for meditation. So my personal meditation, everybody's different. Some people have a mantra, you know, some people have mala beads, some people do TM. I sit and I think of all the things that make me happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
All of the things that make me happy, all of the things that I want to bring into my life, into the world,
That's incredible.
and I visualize them coming out the top of my head. So it can be absolutely anything. And I'm lucky because I've had the experience to see it on a screen work, but it raised my alpha and it raised my brain and it raised my energy, positivity.
Yep.
And I felt incredible. After 7 days like that, new person. So I realized the importance of meditation, taking time for your brain, but also thinking positive.
Yeah.
When
How
you're
long do
doing
you
that,
meditate for? Like, what is your routine though?
no routine.
No routine.
No routine.
So
I mean, I would love to. Look, in a perfect world, I meditate for an hour a day. You know what? Sometimes, other day I was rushing to teach a big class. I had no time to meditate. I'm like, I'm going to get an Uber instead of drive so I can sit and meditate on the way.
So
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay,
Yeah,
so 5
5
minutes
minutes.
here, 2 minutes, whatever
2
it is.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's, something is better than nothing,
Yes.
you know? And if you have the time, 20 minutes, great. 30 an hour, fantastic, take a class. But I always say just do something rather than make an excuse. Like, I don't have time.
That's super interesting because we've all, I mean, Jordan started doing TM probably 2 or 3 years ago. And I know for me, when I started trying to do meditation, I felt the same way. I was just trying to suppress like a rapid.
So it's called suppression.
And it didn't work.
Well, so for me too, like I would judge myself. Like I'd be trying to meditate, and then a thought would come in and be like, "Damn it, Jim, why can't you focus? Like,
Right.
What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And meditation was actually having the opposite effect on me because I put so much pressure. I'm like, "Why? What is wrong with me? Why can't I meditate?" And now for you, it's kind of like getting back to diet. Like what works for you is different than what works for Jake.
Exactly.
It's different than me.
Exactly.
And you have to customize it for yourself.
So when I would get to the feeling of feeling incredible, my thoughts would drop. So I'm thinking all these great things, and then I just get to a place, you know, and it takes time, and sometimes you don't get there. But try that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I want to rewind for a second. So people ask us all the time, like we've been working on this company for 4 years now, and it's a lifestyle, you know. And our people ask us, like, so first of all, the three of us live together, we work together.
Fun.
when we need a break, we go on vacation together. You know? So it's really a lifestyle. And people ask us about work-life balance, and for us, it's like there isn't any, because work is our life, you know, and not in like a workaholic, unhealthy way, but in a way that we've sort of built this life with the people that we want to be with, right? That we have an awesome company, 85 full-time employees that we love, they're an extension of us. It's cool. And I think so many people don't have that, right? They have work and then they have life. They punch in at 9, at 5 p.m. they punch out, and they go do something else. They go live a life. So for you, I mean, you mentioned earlier in this podcast that this is a lifestyle. You live it, you breathe it, you wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it,
dream about it.
I'm like, how can I plan my holidays around it?
Yeah,
Totally.
So I guess what I'm getting at is like, not everybody's so lucky. How can we incorporate sort of, what's your advice to the folks that are looking for that path or that satisfaction in their work?
You know, I think you've got to find it within yourself. It doesn't have to be in the outer world, more of like your work, but if you can go inside and find some enjoyment in the smaller things that you're doing, you'll find satisfaction in your work in different ways.
Yeah.
Because it can be boring, you know,
totally.
Whatever job you have, it can be repetitive, but if you can enjoy it with a different thought process, more of a positive thought process, I think that helps.
Totally.
But if you're not happy, change.
Yeah.
Like, get up and leave. And I've done that before, you know.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like,
I've done so many different things in life.
But what was like you? Now you live, breathe, sleep. You.
Oh, I wasn't healthy. I was working in a bar at one point.
That's right.
Yeah. So I mean, I was a preschool teacher, and then I moved to America. I was working in a bar. I was working late nights, drinking alcohol, eating candy for dinner. I was very unhealthy, but I got to a point where I'm like, you know, started to find this journey, and I was trying to balance both, and I just had to give up something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I took a risk, and I didn't know if this was going to work. And the minute that I did that, everything shifted. Change is good. And it's scary. It's so scary. But you just gotta, you know, life is all about change. And I'm glad I did that.
You said, so you were able to identify what's important to you. And I think that the challenge that a lot of our listeners face, I know I fall victim to this too, is like, we have so much noise around us, like Instagram, everything is super accessible. So what would you say to the people who sort of see your page or look at the folks like, I don't know, Carly Kloss or LeBron James or Justin Bieber, and they look at it, it's like, that's the life that I want, right? Even though it has nothing to do with who they are, they see this thing and they're like, we want that. Right?
So what you have to think, everybody's human. You see a life on Instagram, it's just Instagram.
Right.
It's just a facade. It may not be as perfect as everybody thinks. You know, we all have battles. So you have to kind of think, like, what do I love in my life that could make it better? So people look at my pictures and they're like, she's great. She's got, you know, the perfect life, but I have crazy health battles that I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And I don't put that on Instagram because I'm trying to figure it out first, and then I'll share it and help people. So I think there's always so much more behind Instagram and these celebrity lives than we all realize.
Right.
So I think that people just need to be real about their expectations in life.
Totally. And I think that's a challenge too, is like Claire's life doesn't necessarily have to be the life for the person who's watching. Right.
Like you're going on your own journey and your path. And if you can find something that you love and you're passionate about, like, that's all you need. You just keep, like, it's hard work too. Like, you guys know, this didn't happen overnight. You know, you just got to be excited. You've got to wake up every day. You've got to hustle. You just got to, you've got to have drive. And the more you can get out and do that, things start to happen around you. So if you're not
create
happy,
your own love.
you've got to
Would you dare say create your own love?
Yeah. Like, people are like, how do you do it? I'm like, put my ass off.
Yeah, I just go, make myself vulnerable. I can get after it.
The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah, the more you sweat, the luckier you get. That's
Something
it.
So
like
I think you find it inside you. You've just got to delve in and go, what am I looking for? What do I want in life? How can I do it? And if you haven't yet, dive deeper. Sit with
deeper.
yourself.
I
That's
love that.
amazing.
As we're running out of time here, let's bring it back to
Oh,
your
I can talk to
area.
you guys all day.
I know. I would want to stay all
Literally
day.
forever.
Yeah, never leaving. But bringing it back to your area of expertise.
Yes.
Let's do one yoga tip and then go back since we'll close on plant-based tip.
Okay.
But like one way for us to why yoga is so important,
Yes.
and two, to find a little way to incorporate it more into our day to day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, yoga changed my life. Just getting to my mat grounded me and changed everything off my mat as well. You know, so the lessons that you learn, the stillness, the strength in your warrior two, it's your mind, you know, as well, that all transferred into things that I'm doing when I interact with people, when I'm moving throughout my day. So I think that was so important. And I mean, literally one yoga class changed my life. Actually, my second one. My first one I didn't like. So you've got to find one that you love. But I think the most important thing with yoga is just get to your mat. And for me, I roll it out here half the time. And if I have 5 minutes, pigeon pose, gets your hips, releases your emotion. You know, we're all sitting in cars or sitting at desks. So I think that's one of my number ones is like sit in that for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Let some stuff out. And
That's
there's no such thing as can't either.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. Like, just open your mouth, have fun with it. You know, it's not so serious. It's just enjoy it.
That's the most important thing. That my biggest takeaway is like thinking about meditation or yoga.
Right.
Like when I think of meditation, it's like I need to meditate for 20 minutes because that's what the instructors say, or I need to do yoga for an hour and a half because like that's what the class is.
Oh no, I do 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yoga, I'm 5
5 minutes
minutes.
is better than no minutes.
Everybody has 5 minutes. So
Everybody has 5 minutes.
find your 5 minutes and prioritize it for yourself. So, Claire, we're going to give you the last word here. What would you? What type of message do you want to leave for the folks watching?
What do I want to leave? I just want to say, you know, take a moment tonight when you go home or this morning, whatever time of the day it is, just sit with yourself and find that gratitude. Like, I think the most important thing that we have from today is like gratitude goes into everything else that you do in life. So what are you grateful for? And it will energize and give us positivity in everything we do. So
I was just going to say,
I'm grateful for you and all of you guys as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna go spread this. I feel it. I feel the Palo Santo. I feel your positive energy.
I feel like
Thank you so much.
Claire,
promo code coming when this
Oh,
officially
yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
So this officially will release in May. So we're gonna
So
do
good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
right
excited.
So we're gonna be releasing next week.
That's right.
We'll let you guys know. We're gonna do a promo code. We'll launch it.
Yes.
Claire, actually, right now, what do you want the promo code to be for this?
Super glad.
Yes, let's do it.
Super Claire.
Super
Love
Claire.
it.
We're gonna do Super Claire at checkout for 50% off.
Oh,
Try it.
Woo.
Coconut mocha. I'm
Yay.
so confident in the product, especially after
Oh,
seeing Claire's
100%. I
reaction.
love it.
We think the repurchase rate will be high. So 50%.
Yes. Super Claire.
Super Claire.
Thank